What up, what up, what up, everybody? DJ 8 Bar, the double R's. Just gonna do like a 30-minute mix. Um, I'm just starting it a little bit early before I'm, gonna throw down some of the newer tracks from this week. And the reason why is because, like I explained in the bio on this channel, I also want to explain like what I'm doing. So like, people that are, newer and just getting into the game, they know what programs to have and, like the process of, analyzing their tracks and things like that. So as I'm doing it, I'll kind of just tell you what I'm doing. So basically, mixed in key is like, and I wish I could show you the screen, but I got to get my, my camera set up a little bit better, but you'll get the gist of it. So mixed in key is like, a program that basically every DJ should have. And I mean, you can get by without it, but what it helps you to do is it analyzes the energy of your track, tells you how many like cue points that it sees personally, which, you could set as many cue points as you want. Cue points are like spots where you want, when you're ready to bring in the track where you want it to start. It doesn't have to be just like at the beginning of the track. And then it also tells you like the BPMs and stuff like that. So you could organize your, record box, which is the program I use. There's record box, there's Serato, and there's Tractor. Right now as like the main ones. Serato, and I think Serato is the one that like, everybody like in all clubs is in America anyway. I think in America, Serato is more popular, and in, the UK and, over there, Australia, all of that. I think that Tractor is bigger. But or it could be vice versa. I'm not really sure about that. I'm just, but anyway, in a club, when you go into a club, it's always the same setup. It's, two CDJ 2000 Pioneers, and what is it? The Nexus 900 or something is the mixer. And almost all of the, all-in-one small, like these small little, controllers that they have out now, like even this one that I just got and I'm trying out, it's set up exactly the same way as like two CDJs and the Nexus mixer in a club is set up. So basically, you should have no problem going from messing around on this at home and practicing to, stepping into the booth, and for your first time and not having a problem. I mean, it'd be cool if you could get there a little early and then you could like, play with them and see how your tracks sound and all of that, and just, how loud the monitor you need it to be and things like that. So to make a long story short, I got like 2 more tracks, and what I'm doing is making a playlist in iTunes of, March 3rd to like the 9th, which I think I may be already whatever, like, no, it's the 6th. All right, cool. So these are some new tracks that I found off of one of my, what the hell is it called? Pools, my record pools. And, that's, I mean, you can get your music from a ton of different places, from YouTube, from, record pools, from buying them on Beatport and, buying them at other, online, venues and stuff. But okay, so it's total. I think I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus my new track. You're my favorite drink. I'm gonna mix in. I always like to throw my tracks in on top of the mix, and like once a week, I'm gonna do a mix on YouTube, with like the newest songs that are out, and with my latest mix that I dropped. So I could get some feedback from you guys as far as if you like the track and everything, and if it goes well with this mix. So, but it's only going to be like 30 minutes, I promise. Last time I said it was 30 minutes, and I wound up going. I just got so into the music that it was like a hour and a half mix, and I got to do a whole bunch of other stuff tonight, music-wise. So anyway, record, mixed in key. I think it's like $100, but it's totally worth it. You download your songs, you drag them into mixed in key. It analyzes it, tells you the tempo, the key results, the energy, how many cue points, and it tells you kind of which song goes with which song, like harmonically, which is how you should DJ. Like, okay, this song, goes well mixing into this song, and so that's all explained in mixed in key. But that's one I would recommend getting. And I wish I could show it to you, but I gotta get the cameras fixed or whatever. So right now this is working the best. So let me just drag in a couple more into here. And then I got 2 more. Okay, so dropped it into mixed in key. It's processing it. It's throwing down the tempo, 135. The energy 7. It's a 2A, and 2A would mix with, say, a 1A or a 3A or a 2B, and like that's all explained like in the wheel on the mixed in key. So just buy mixed in key. It's worth it if you want to start DJing and you want your stuff to sound really good. All right, so that just got analyzed, and then right after I analyze it in mixed in key, I drag it into my playlist in iTunes. So, you have your song downloaded, you drop it in mixed in key, it analyzes it, gives you all the information, and then you drop it into your playlist in iTunes is basically the process. So you just got one more track here. All right, F Word, another dope group. I love their songs. All right, so now that I have like 7 or 8 tracks in there, which is way enough for like a little 30-minute mix and stuff. Now I can close down mixed in key. Because you could have like your own little wheel up that shows you what goes with what harmonically, and you don't always have to mix that way. It's just like it sounds really good, and it's you always want to do everything the best that the best way that is taught, basically. So let me just save these tracks. And then we'll get rolling here. change the names of all of these. I know it's taking like a couple minutes, but I thought it would, like I said, one of the things about, my YouTube page is that it's just things that I've learned over the course of like 3 or 4 years of, learning all this stuff, mostly myself, on YouTube. But, now I have like 5 or 6 DJ buddies that, help me out too, and, give me a little bit further information here and there. So I wanted to show you the right way to, or at least the way that I do it. And my buddy Rex taught me how to do it. So and we're all out of Denver. So okay. So now let me just get these out of here and drop them in new songs. Oh, no, that didn't work here. All right, hold on one second. Okay, so being really organized is another thing that took me a while to learn, between using Ableton and producing, and you just put music like samples and this and that, and you don't want your stuff all over the place. When I was first getting taught some of the stuff as far as Ableton and mixing and things like that, my computer was like a freaking mess. There was stuff all over the place, and through the years I slowly learned how to make files on, I have on my desktop, I have one file that basically says, Ableton, everything Ableton, and Rekordbox, and that's every single thing music wise in one folder, broken up into all these little subfolders and stuff. So, and then almost nothing else on my desktop, because that's another little important thing that you need to know. If you run a Mac anyway, I don't know about Windows, but you want your desktop clear. You don't want things all over your desktop, because for some reason that will mess up your computer and slow it down and not make it operate right. And you could go on YouTube and check that out, because a lot of other DJs on YouTube have also said the same thing. It just makes your computer run faster. So, don't have anything on your desktop except for, say, just 1 or 2 files, not stuff all over the place. Because I used to save stuff all over the place, and every time my buddy would come over, he's like, dude, you need to clean up your whole desktop, organize, your serum presets in a thing, and your your songs in one place, and YouTube videos that you save. It's got to get off the screen, because that's just really important. And the reason I'm telling you that too is because, like I said, part of the reason that, about what this website is about is, I want to teach people stuff on top of, doing my mixes, say, once a week, and you know, maybe you know, teaching people like some production tips that I've learned, and you know, some cool websites that I think that you should go and check out, because like it literally, you know, it there be times when I was trying to figure something out that I would click on like 70 different websites, and then all of a sudden I would find like one website that would totally explain what I was trying to figure out in like the way that I understood it, like just simplified it and stuff. So I saved all those YouTube videos, and I'll pass all those YouTube videos on to you so that it makes it faster for you to get up to track with producing music. Really, that's the biggest one. And the DJing one, which producing music is, you know, there is no just like being a DJ. Like DJs are, you know, producers as well, which is pretty dope, because my favorite thing to do is produce songs. And it requires knowing a lot of stuff, and I still have stuff to learn. I don't know everything. It's like I learn stuff every day, but at least I got some tracks out there that are doing pretty good, and you know, getting, you know, a lot of you know, likes, comments, reposts, things like that. So again, that's my you know, wish for this YouTube channel, is to inform, you know, up and coming bedroom producers and DJs, and kind of help them make it be more of a fast paced, you know, process than, you know, taking like 3 times longer looking for all of these websites, because I already found like a lot of them that I think that are very informative, and all these little tricks and stuff like that. I mean, in case if you guys didn't know, hold on. Avicii learned how to produce and do all of his stuff in like 5 years off of YouTube, and there was even less information back then. So, you know, YouTube is like the ultimate place to go. I mean, you can learn how to do anything, you know. So, without further ado, let's get some beats rolling on here, and hopefully you guys like some of the new tracks for March 3rd to the 9th. And my one song that I just dropped, You're My Favorite Drink. And give a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you like the stuff that I'm explaining to you. And I'll, you know, try and get as much information your way as possible, to, you know, help you move further much faster. So, which is important, because, you know, like, you know, right now, just to, you know, I'm not going to get into social media part, but that's a whole different, you know, aspect once you know, feel pretty efficient with producing and DJing, and, you know, marketing, promoting, you know, getting your tracks out, distribution, things like that, like monetizing everything. So you get that I won't even get into for, like, you know, but I probably will make it like a channel and go slow through that too, because that's the stuff I'm really learning like right now. And I got a residency, so that's pretty dope. Every Friday night I spin from 9 to 2 in the morning at the Robusto room. So I'm pretty pumped about that, because, you know, it's some extra money, and it gets me some exposure. And, you know, little by little, you got to work your way up, you know. So, all right, so that's my main thing. So you get, you know, record pools sign up to a couple of record pools where you can find good tracks, find them off of YouTube, buy them on Beatport, whatever. Then once you get all your tracks, then, I think it's like $100, get the mixed in key. Throw all the songs that you want to mix in there, let them analyze it and give you all the important information like the BPMs and all of that stuff, and then make a playlist in your iTunes, and then take those songs and drag them right out of mixed in key and drop them into your playlist. And then now that we got that done, we're going to open up Rekordbox, which is the the audio that's hooked up with my mixer, like Serato or Tractor. So it's Rekordbox, and I like it a lot. And I don't know, it might become like the staple as far as in the United States anyway, because Pioneer is pretty much every club has Pioneer in it. So, they use Serato, but like all their new Pioneer gear that's being sold, turntables and everything, it all comes with Rekordbox. So I think that they would be incorporating Rekordbox in clubs, coming up here, like, down the road or whatever. So, those are the steps. Those are the things that you should have. And so now I'm going to open up Rekordbox, and I'm going to go to this playlist that I created in iTunes, and I'm going to start throwing down some tracks. So hopefully you guys like it. And cool. Let's get it rolling. All right. See, like this little Pioneer 400 that my buddy hooked me up with for a gig that I did instead of paying me for it. It needs to be updated. This app won't work. Okay, whatever. Start. What? Closing Rekordbox. Why do I want to do that? Always something. I think it's Wednesday too, so I gotta get this stuff rolling for. My computer is down for a month, but it got fixed. All right, here we go. All right, close. All right, so now let's go into playlists. In the right here. Go to iTunes, all playlists, and here we go, March 3rd through 9th songs. Okay. And when you load new tracks into Rekordbox, sometimes it takes like a little while for them to load up. But one of the things I like to do is, mix, have my songs listed in order of BPM. I like to, start low and then increase the BPM as I go, which I think is what most DJs do. You don't have to do it that way. You could do like echoes and spin outs and, drop into a faster track if that's what you want to do. But, having your tracks set up from highest to lowest BPMs, like the slower BPMs at the beginning and then the faster BPMs at the end, is, I think, the best way to do it, because you want to start the crowd off kind of slow, watch what they're doing, not start them off slow, but just when you come out to play, you want to build them up. You want to watch what they're, you want to get their heart rate up, and you want to start increasing the BPMs until you hit a nice point where everybody is rocking, and they're liking the tracks that you throw down. A lot of DJing is watching the crowd. It's like if you drop something and like all of a sudden like everybody's like going to the bar, like change that song up really fast, because the people in the crowd aren't feeling it. So that's really important to watch your crowd, like and be you guys are kind of like connected. The crowd and the DJ are can feed off of each other, and so that's what DJing is about, basically. So let me load some tracks in here. I got it organized. It's going from 126 to 150. And I might be explaining too much for people that have been doing this forever, but this YouTube channel is not, for the professionals. It's more for people that are starting out with DJing and producing, and wanting to learn more and more, because I like teaching it, and I like making it easier on you guys to cut a lot of corners that took me a long time to figure out. So that's the ultimate goal of this channel. So on top of, once a week putting up a track and, having some cool content, and, so, all right, I got to stop talking. All right, so I'm going to start off some tracks right now. And they're all brand new tracks, and they're pretty kick-ass. So let's get rolling. Alright, so I'm gonna adjust all the volumes to make sure everything is, you could hear me, the music is good, and all the tracks are at different dBs. So one of the important things is to, raise and lower the gains on certain tracks, so everything sounds, the same volume. Alright, next track is gonna be my track.
This shit is kinda funky.
Out on every platform, so check it out.
Pump it up. give me the call. Get rid of your friends, I don't want none of these people involved. I know what I did, don't have an excuse. The same money talks, I got my money talking big, look, give me the loot. I might drop the in the Benz, just on my baby, just on a whip. Might roll up a couple of grams, look at the stars, look at the drip. Black and red on the inside, got it bloody like Tarantino. Making these bitches sweat, run around town, paint a cherry red maraschino. I bought you a new Ferrari. Only to say I'm sorry. Let's hop in the whip, I'll take you to San Diego. Let's lay on the beach, baby, we smoking that fuego. I bought you a new Ferrari. Only to say I'm sorry. Let's hop in the whip, I'll take you to San Diego.
This drop is pretty sick.
Let's lay on the beach, baby, we smoking that fuego. I bought you a new
Cheat
Ferrari.
code.
I bought you a new Ferrari.
And Afrojack. The man. Afrojack don't make anything that isn't dope. You could hear it right now.
Two-seater, and that's a hell of a ride. USD more than Padres. I slid home like a ball game. We burn trees like it's Woolsey. That's a hell of a night. Auto dealer on first names. Car notes like it's loosely. Spent more on you than my mom made. That's a hell of a day. I bought you a new Ferrari. Only to say I'm sorry. From the whip, I'll take you to San Diego. Let's lay on the beach, baby, we smoking that fuego. I bought you a new Ferrari. I bought you a new Ferrari. I bought you a new
Leave me alone. Don't tell me you're different. It all sounds the same. Probably shouldn't listen. Probably shouldn't stay. Hate the feeling of falling. Can't keep bleeding, I'm sorry. I'll take the blame if you want me. 'Cause I hate the feeling of falling in love. The feeling of falling. The feeling of falling in love. The feeling of falling. The feeling of falling in love. Don't know what to say, at a loss for words. If we walk away, maybe it won't hurt. I can't keep on holding on nothing but air. If we hit the bottom, I don't know what's there. I hate the feeling of falling. I can't keep bleeding, I'm sorry. I'll take the blame if you want me. 'Cause I hate the feeling of falling in love. The feeling of falling. The feeling of falling. The feeling of falling. The
Piero. Focus with Lena Leon. See, so now we're up to 145 BPMs. 126.
Baby, let me focus. I'm gravitating, and I don't even know your name. Focus. You're intoxicated. I'm faded in a blurry haze. Nice to know you're feeling this connection. You should know it goes in both directions. Focus. There's a million other things going on. Let me focus on you.
Alright, last song, Skrillex, Enjoy Ride. Pretty sick. Sweet. Okay, I hope you guys liked all the tracks. Like I said, we went from 126 to 150. I had a little DJ fail in there, as you guys heard. It I hit the wrong button, but whatever. That'll happen. You don't want that to happen in front of a crowd. But it has happened to the biggest guys. Steve Guetta, you see all kinds of like DJ fails. It happens, but you don't want that to happen. But other than that, I thought the mix was pretty good. I thought the songs were pretty good. I hope you thought the songs were pretty good. Sometimes I get a little out of control with the FXs and stuff like that, because it's just fun to play with them and everything. So, yeah, that's about it. So, like I said, get yourself a couple record pools, grab yourself some tracks that you like, get mixed in key, spend the $100, it's worth it. All those tracks, drag all those tracks into mix and key. After mix and key analyzes them, drag them into a playlist in iTunes, and then when you open up Record Box, Serato, or Tractor, they'll all be in there under that playlist. And like I said, I like to set them up BPM wise, like from highest to lowest, and that's just to get the start the crowd off, bumping, and get them, more and more and more energized and stuff. So, it's DJ 8-Bar, with the double R's. I hope you liked all the tracks, and, give a little feedback. I'd appreciate it. A like, and, follow, subscribe if you want to, because I'm going to have a lot of good content on here. Once a week, I'm going to try and put stuff up. And like I said, it's for the beginners. I want to pretty much show people that are starting out and really interested in it a lot of awesome YouTube videos that will definitely make learning Ableton, which is my DAW. Unfortunately, that's what I know about. I don't know, Fruity Loops and all those other ones. So if you're an Ableton Live user, then, a lot of the, YouTube videos and techniques and things that I'll show you are, all Ableton based, and you'll learn a lot, I think. Not I think, I know, because it just, like I said, you could take 5-6 years and do it like Avicii, or now that we have so much information out there, and VSTs keep popping up left and right that are like unbelievable, which is another thing that I'm going to throw in there, which I'm kind of overloading your brain maybe a little bit already, but you don't need every freaking synthesizer there is. I mean, there's tons of them. There's like 3-deck on one Ableton. There's Serum, there's Silent, there's, just tons and tons of them. And then a VST that does this and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And one of the most important things that I learned from a lot of people is just pick one synth that you like, pick a couple VSTs that you like, as far as compressors and things like that, and stick with those things and learn them to the T, because you will make better tracks by really knowing each VST and program than getting every VST that pops up like every 2-3 weeks, because that's what they want to do. It's like, oh yeah, get this VST and you're gonna become. It's like, no, like the guy who's been using the same VST and knows it in and out is going to be able to do way more than a VST that's similar, and the new producer doesn't know how to use it properly. So just don't get crazy. I'll tell you the ones that I think are really, really good that I like to use in Ableton. Ableton also has pretty much everything you want if you get Suite. I don't use 100% of all of Ableton's instruments. I'm pretty much a Serum guy and a Silent guy. And my style of music, I like Big Room House. I like Melbourne Bounce. I like Electro House and Dirty Dutch and main stage type music, things that get people jumping and women jumping and guys pumping their fists and everyone's going off. That's like my style. I like it. I like the high energy, and so yeah, I'll teach you guys as much stuff as I know, and hopefully you take some stuff away from it. I'll go every time I do like a DJ mix, I'll go through the same process again, just so it like gets embedded in your head. It'll be different songs, and I'll maybe go a little bit quicker as it goes on. I'll like make a playlist, of just like DJ stuff and like Serum synthesizer and all the information for Serum, and how to keep your track all on key, and a ton of things. But I'll make it user friendly as possible, because that's why some of the YouTube videos that I latched onto and understand were very simple compared to way other people explained it, and go through like 30 of them and then just boom, hit one, and it's like, oh, that's all it is. It's like that easy. It's like, how come I couldn't get that in all the other ones? It's like sometimes they leave out little parts too and stuff. I mean, they expect you to know all of this stuff already. So peace out, DJ 8 Bar. Hope you like the mix. Like it if you like the mix, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm gonna help like all the new guys that, you know, are getting into this DJing and producing wise with Ableton. All right. Have a good night, guys. It was nice talking to you. And